when you walk, what you say, when you talk, when you run, when you walk, what you say, when you talk.
It's a hungry world out there, with everybody scrambling to get a share. Wolves in sheep clothing, boats of prey waiting to swoop down on you, and there's no telling what they'll do. You gotta be careful.
Good morning to Grenada, Carrico, and P.T. Martinique. Good morning to Mr. Alban Harris, first person to message me this morning. Errol Bonaparte, good morning to you. You are the second person. Time check for you, 7 o'clock. Good morning.
Good morning to you and good morning to the nation this morning, blessed Lord. We give you thanks, we give you praise, we glorify your name. We thank you for putting us to bed. We thank you for waking us up this morning. We thank you for the breath you breathe unto each and every one of us. We give you a special thanks for that. I thank you for those that cannot thank you this morning, Lord. For I stretch my hands to thee, not a help I know, but only you. And if thou should draw yourself from us this hour, Lord, where thou shalt we go? For I bring the country before you, Grenada, Carrico, and P.T. Martinique. For the whole world is in your hand this morning. I bring it before you this hour, Lord. This morning, blessed Lord, I'm asking you, Jesus, to look down upon the school children. Pass by every schoolhouse this morning, blessed Lord. Look over each and every one, the teachers, the principal, the security. I bring each and every one of them before you this morning. The Prime Minister is in your hand this morning, Lord. Father God, what could I tell you? What could I say? What you don't know. You are the maker of him this hour, blessed Lord. I'm asking you, Lord, to look down, Jesus. Try you cutting and give him a peep down. Remember, ministers, I bring before you this hour, blessed Lord. Each and every one of them. My God and my King, take charge and control, guide and protect this hour, blessed Lord. Father God, I bring the opposition party before you. Remember that son, if thou be so pleased, pass by home this hour, blessed Lord. Not forget anymore, I bring before you this hour, Lord. I bring all the ministers before you this hour. Take charge and control, guide and protect each and every one. Bless if thou be so pleased, Jesus. Remember that, son, if thou be so pleased. I bring the entire force before you. Pass by each and every police station, those on duty and those out of duty. I bring each and every one of them before you. Remember the Coast Guard, I bring before you this hour, blessed Lord. Not forgetting the SSU is in your hand this morning, blessed Lord. Pass by every camp of theirs, cover them, Lord. Wash them and drain them dry. Make them what you want them to be this hour, blessed Lord. My God and my King. I bring the plane in the air before you this morning, Lord. I bring the boat on the ocean, each and every boat on the ocean. I bring them before you this hour, blessed Lord. Not forgetting the fishermen. I ask you, Master, to look down upon them. They daily depend on you for their daily bread this hour, blessed Lord. My God, take each and every one of them in charge this hour, Lord. Father God, I bring all workers throughout the world before you this morning, blessed Lord. Remember each and every one of them. Provide for them. Even those that cannot provide for themselves, Lord, I'm asking you to provide for each and every one. I bring the bosses, I bring the driver, I bring the conductor. The hospital I bring before you. Pass by the hospital this hour, Lord. The sick and afflicted one, those on the hospital bed, those preparing themselves for the operation table, Lord. Father God, look down upon the doctors and the nurses I bring before you this hour, Lord. Those that cannot help themselves. Remember the maternity ward, I bring those in childbirth before you. I'm asking you, Lord, to grant them safe deliverance if thou be so pleased. Father God, remember all those that cannot help themselves this hour, Lord. Father, the road is rough and the road is tough, but those depend on you, Jesus, I know they could make it this hour, Master. Father, look down upon them, the mothers with the babies in the hand. Take them in charge. Guide and protect them. Bless. Help them that they able to help themselves. This hour, Master. Take each and every one in charge. My God and my King, my village, my people. Those that on the bed of affliction in the home this hour, Lord. Remember them this morning. Pass by curriculum again. This matters I bring before you this hour, blessed Lord. Remember that servant, Lord. Father, you know her from the childhood cradle days up to this time and hour. Pass by she home. Each and every one of them are dwelling in that home. Guide and protect. Bless him, thou be so pleased. Miss Job, I bring before you this hour, Lord. Father God, pass by she home. Guide and protect her. Bless her, thou be so pleased. Remember them this hour. Remember this hour, blessed Lord. Remember Miss Jacob, wherever she looked, guide and protect her this hour, Lord. Pass by Hermitage this morning, blessed Lord. Remember my friend I bring before you this hour, Lord. Father God, remember my aunt I bring before you this hour, Lord. Father, you knows everything about her. Father, guide and protect her, Lord. Father, keep her in the act of safety. My God and my King, the spring of his body, I bring each and every one before you this hour, Lord. I'm asking you, Jesus, to guide and protect each and every one this hour, Lord. I bring that son before you and I lift him up to you. Father, pass by him this hour, blessed Lord. He whom he left behind. Each and every one of them in that home. Bless them if thou will be so pleased. He might be small as a mustard seed, but shed the blessing unto each and every heart this hour, Lord. Thanking you for safe arrival for him, safekeeping and abiding grace in the land of the living this hour, blessed Lord. Remember Mr. Andre, I bring before you. Remember that son. Father, pass by home this hour, guide and protect him this hour. The spring of the body, I bring each and every one of them before you. All those who are dwelling with them, I ask you, Lord, for guidance and protection for each and every one of them. The staff I bring before you, each and every one of them, both male and female, they all is in your hand. Bind them together. Shutting Satan chin towards them this hour, Master. Remember the folk in that radio station and even the bonding center and the chapel of the do, the ending of the gap, the surrounding of the yard. I bring it before you this hour, blessed Lord. Look down upon that place this hour, Master. My God and my King, not forgetting if I have victim, I bring before you each and every one of them this hour, blessed Lord. Take them in charge if thou be so pleased. Pass by my village again. Pass by my people again. Not forgetting my aunt I bring before you, my God and my King. As you tell the disciple to say, our Father which art in heaven, you say, holy be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us the days of our daily bread and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from all evil. For thy is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen and amen. Thank you, Lord.
Thank you very much.
Okay, pleasant day.
You too. Good morning to the taxi drivers. Good morning to the bus drivers. 5 minutes past 7 o'clock as we move. No, it's 8 minutes past 7 o'clock. What's wrong with me? Good morning to Kathleen Knights. Good morning, Miss Douglas. Adrian Watts. Good morning, brother. Pearl Charles. Gemma Warwood. Baby daddy always pressing that like.
It's a hungry world out there, with everybody scrambling to get a share. Wolves in sheep clothing, birds of prey waiting to swoop down on you, and there's no telling what they'll do. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful.
Good morning to Bay Sky inside of London, England. Good morning to Desiree.
You say when you're talking.
Good morning, Daisy.
Be careful.
Good morning to Goddess Bella. And Andrews, good morning to you. Ron Julian. Yeah, Ron, yeah. Scoops, we outside. Like wet clothes. Good morning, Miss Redhead. Wallan Akwat. What a name, eh?
I say we have to prepare.
Got drumsticks coming up. The weather.
To meet
pay some bills.
of life without fear.
Interesting show for you this morning.
greed and
Good morning to the folks inside of Carriacou.
hatred and envy.
Lots of people inside of Union Island always locking it down as well.
Jungle out there.
Morning to you guys. Victoria, good morning. Natalia, good morning. Read it. No the other.
How you move when you're moving, which direction you going, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, careful.
Where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk, where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk.
In your search for happiness, you gotta leave a little room for loneliness. Four things could happen all of a sudden before you realize it's only a disguise. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful.
Good morning to Lyndon Pancho.
With what you
Good
do
morning to Nicole Ewin.
in it. If you do when you do it,
Keep it real, man.
you gotta be careful.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. Good morning to the nation. I read from the Word of God, John chapter 3, verses 24. And then ask him, what then art thou, Elijah? And he said, I am not. Art that the prophet? And he answered, no. Then said they unto him, who thou art? We may give an answer to them that sent us. What sayest thou of thyself? He said, I am the voice of one crying in the wilderness, make straight the way of the Lord, as said the prophet Elijah. And they were sent with of the Pharisees. And they asked him, and they said unto him, why baptize thou then? Thou be not that Christ, nor Elijah, nor that prophet. John answered them, saying, baptize with water, but there standeth one among you who ye know not. This is the end of the scripture reading this morning.
Thank you very much.
Have a wonderful day.
You too, Drumsticks.
Bye.
All right, bye. Patsy Frank, good morning to you. Shama Jeremiah, good morning to you. Cynthia Bartholomew, good morning. Jay,
Where you go,
South Lake, good morning.
what you say, when you talk,
Miss Rabashin,
where you walk, what you say.
good morning, Miss Noel. Remember, when we on, you have to share, you have to always promise me, you'll always do this for me. You have to share Real FM with at least one person that has never listened to Real FM before. Remember that. Especially the people on Facebook.
Hungry world out there,
We get more Facebook views now.
with everybody scrambled,
YouTube is lovely.
get a share.
Facebook, come on.
Wolves in sheep clothing, boats of prey waiting to swoop down on you, and there's no telling what they'll do. You gotta be careful.
Good morning to Caroline and family.
You gotta be careful.
Good morning to Miss Ferguson. How you doing? Good morning, Mr. Lennox.
When you're walking,
Gabe.
what you say,
Morning, morning, morning.
you gotta be careful.
Clifford, good morning.
You gotta be careful, careful. life without fear. Greed and jealousy, hatred and envy, man, you have to move with care in that jungle out there. You got to be careful.
Sherry Ann Collins, good morning. Matthew Bowitt, good morning.
How you move,
Folks, we set up Brooklyn, New York, always locking it down. We like the fight.
direction.
Remember, you always have to share it with at least one person that has never listened to Real FM before. Don't forget that.
You gotta be careful, careful.
16 minutes pass as we move.
Where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk, where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk.
In your search for happiness, you gotta leave a little room for lonely.
Good morning to the folks listening via Noise Radio inside of Brooklyn, New York.
Things could happen
ZA, big up.
all of a sudden.
Robert Edwards, big up.
Realize
Just some morning vibes for you. We got the weather coming up next. Stay tuned.
you gotta be careful with what you do and how you're doing it. If you do, when you're doing it, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, careful. The cleanliness in life is gone. It's only vice and corruption that's going on. Staying alive, trying to survive. That is how it is today. So as you go along your way, you got to be careful. You got to be careful. Where you go when you're walking, what you say when you're talking, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, careful.
Good morning again, folks. As we head over to the Met office, we're speaking with Mr. Jason Robertson. Good morning.
Morning to you, Grace,
Morning.
and morning to our listeners of Real FM. Let's take a look at the weather for today, Wednesday, the 29th of May, 2024. At Point Chelling, it is and slight hazy. A moderate breeze is from the east at 15 miles per hour. The barometric pressure is 10-15 millibars, which is above normal and rising. The present temperature 29 degrees Celsius, relative humidity 76%. Yesterday's maximum temperature was 32.3 degrees Celsius and the minimum last night 28.2 degrees Celsius. Over the past 24 hours, we had no rainfall at the airport. The total for the month remains at 9.2 millimeters. Now for the public forecast for Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique, valid for today and tonight. The weather is expected to be generally fair, slight hazy and breezy, increasing in cloudiness overnight with some brief to widely scattered showers and the isolated early morning thunder possible. Today's maximum temperature should reach 32 degrees Celsius. The wind should be east-northeasterly to easterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour. The sea should be moderate to slightly rough with waves 5 to 7 feet in easterly swell. The public should take note here that a small craft advisory is in effect. The tide will be at 7:30 a.m. and low at 1:30 p.m. Sunset today 6:28. Sunrise tomorrow 5:41. To repeat the forecast, the weather is expected to be generally fair, slight hazy and breezy, increasing in cloudiness overnight with some brief to widely scattered showers and the isolated early morning thunder possible. From the Archbishop International Airport, Jason Robertson reporting.
Thank you, brother.
All right.
All right, bless.
Where you walk, what you say, when you talk, where you go, where you walk, what you say, when you talk.
It's a hungry world out there, with everybody scrambling to get a share. Wolves in sheep clothing, birds of prey waiting to swoop down on you, and there's no telling what they'll do. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful.
91.5 Real FM got you covered.
Ladies, I'm calling on all the ladies. Let's get out there and showcase our athletic prowess by signing up for the 10-10 limited over windball cricket for women, starting on Friday, May 31st at 4 p.m. at the TAMCC Grass Lawn, also known as On the Canal. Registration fee $5 per player. Just organize your team and come on out. It's a recreational exercise to have fun. Don't miss this one. It is a blue ball edition. For more information, contact Devon Charles on 420-4232 or Penny at 537-0440. Let's play cricket. Lovely cricket.
Who doesn't want a relaxing moment to bask in all that Treaty's Flavors has to offer? Take a holistic view to your mental well-being and indulge in these products: nutmeg oils, balms, and inhalers containing peppermint, menthol, rosemary, and eucalyptus. Take a sniff and feel the difference. Contact us at 410-6007 or email treatiesflavor@gmail.com. Let's get revitalized together.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
50 years as an independent nation. Now that's a reason to celebrate. Bank on a bright future with Co-op Bank as we celebrate more than 50 years of partnership with Grenadians. Aspire, build, and advance with 100% financing to buy land, purchase or build your home, or make those much-needed home upgrades. No loan fees, no legal fees, low interest rates. And that's not all. 100% financing on brand new vehicles with 50% off loan fees. Celebrate you this year with special financing from Co-op Bank. Apply today.
Welcome home.
Tourism is me. Tourism is you. Tourism is everybody, and tourism connects us all.
Did you know that tourism generates revenue and foreign exchange earnings?
Did you know it stimulates infrastructural development and facilitates cultural exchange among people?
You must know tourism is linked to all industries,
from agriculture to construction.
So support the industry today and be welcoming to all our visitors.
Tourism is my business. Tourism is your business. Tourism is our business. Listen, one and all. Tourism connects us all.
A message from the Ministry of Tourism
and the Grenada Tourism Authority.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
From the north, covering south, east, and west. This is Real FM.
Tell me candid, they too wicked, far too crooked. That is the frequent comment I hear. Too one-sided, underhanded, can't be trusted. This is the opinion, ear to ear. For their own abuses, they keep making excuses. Housing crack up over, they unleash their lawyer. Set up an inquiry just to get Kid Rowley, but they wouldn't sue the false paper screw. I don't need to come close to tell them go. Hurry, pack up your bundle now. Stop fooling the people. The country taking a beating, so maybe I'm repeating. Go. They're like a natural disaster. 10 times worse than Ebola, like a dog with fleas and tongue on their knees. And I'm begging. Now we and I did one week. From the side to the country, streets turn into rivers, then into seas. Is why I'm singing. Now this is my humble petition. Announce the date for election. Go now, please. Accidental, detrimental, could be lethal. Are you willing to take that chance? Much too seedy, they too greedy, eyes too beady. Honeymoon end before the romance. We expect corruption, but now without check or interruption. That a few might stuff their pocket, but not racket by the pocket. From the constant comments, we get no recess. Before things fall apart and the riot starts. Even in chutney, I'll tell them go. Make it sooner than later. To protect the future, please. For the sake of we children and the next generation. Go. To safeguard our image. Before Griffith cause more damage like a dog with fleas. minions, total villains, raking millions. Their slogan, we shall rise, it was so true. Tell John Public not to panic while them and they sidekick. Swimming in a pool of dollars so blue. Like meat-eating vulture, they neglect agriculture. Mega fans of phony, Mama Guy Caroni, Sweet Man Glenn and Sharma, came face to face with the karma. And it was awful, gone through it to pull. Don't need a big mouth to tell them go. Watch her and see they just follow now. Before we regret tomorrow, please. You're setting a bad example. Family values they trample. Go. It's only vice they desire. Now. Before the 5 years expire, like a dog with fleas, a dog on the knees. And a bleeding go now. Before we end in bankruptcy. Before they empty the treasury, streams turn into rivers, then into seas. To safeguard our image. Before Griffith cause more damage, like a dog with fleas, a dog on the knees. And I'm begging, go now. They try to stick me with rich me. They have more trick than Houdini. Streams turn into rivers, then into seas. That's why I'm singing, go now. Please, Mrs. Kamla. Go now. Take Munila and Sharma, go now. Please. Them minions, total villains, raking millions. Their slogan, we shall rise, it was so true. Tell John Public not to panic while them and they sidekick. Swimming in a pool of dollars so blue. Like meat-eating vulture, they neglect agriculture. Mega fans of phony, Mama Guy Caroni, Sweet Man Glenn and Sharma, came face to face with the karma. And it was awful, gone through it to pull. Don't need a big mouth to tell them go. Watch her and see they just follow now. Before we regret tomorrow, please. You're setting a bad example. Family values they trample. Go. It's only vice they desire now. Before the 5 years expire, like a dog with fleas, a dog on the knees. And a bleeding go now. Before we end in bankruptcy. Before they empty the treasury, streams turn into rivers, then into seas. Is why I'm bleeding go now. Immediately. And don't forget your AG go now. Please. Love to quarrel, always oral, highly immoral.
Igwe. Bless the morning.
Morning. Peace, my brother. What's up with you, Igwe?
Adi? Normal?
Nah, man, you don't look normal. As my granny used to say,
Walking around all kind of thing?
you looking like a follower on to seat. I want to lay rather.
Alright.
Real expressions for Wednesday, the 29th day of May 2024. Igwe, Political Wednesday.
Yes, sir.
Where anything of a political nature could be discussed here. Like we always say, we're not the repository of every knowledge. So if you ask us something and we can't tell you at the same time, we go and find out and come back another time. Grenada is my constituency, Real FM is my parliament. I'm the people's spokesman and I take that seriously because I have a moral obligation to bring the information to the people in a situation where the government of Grenada say information is on a need-to-know basis. I'm continuing to be blessed and protected by the Ancient of Days. So friends or foe, anything all you try, all you have to leave that boy here. Because God in my corner. I'm here, my purpose here is to bring you the facts. And you could fact check me. Facts has only one side, Igwe. What you do with the facts is a matter entirely for you. I'm here advocating for truth and for justice. Even when it does not affect me personally. I believe justice delayed is justice denied. I'm here to advocate for those who cannot do it for themselves, Igwe. Like the short-ins, because they can't go outside and so on. The poor people, children, the vulnerable, the indigent, and those they marginalizing. I'm here to make those who are unhappy and hurting by the actions of this government to comfort them with hope by giving them information and facts. We operate on Real FM, Real Media, New Media. We see where shame is absent. Anything could happen, like the government continues to break their promises. Igwe. On my way here this morning, Igwe, I met two, what I would say, unfortunate guys. They don't really have a place to stay and so forth. We call them vagrants. And it was interesting, the conversation they were having, Igwe. They were saying, by things hard in the country, by anytime we ask people for money these days, they're saying they don't have. You understand? So even those persons understand how difficult the present situation in this country. We styled this morning's presentation on broken promises. Igwe. Broken promises, Igwe, we style. Because in recent days, Igwe, we've listened to the information on the news. Because the whole place is confused. Because we heard it in the news that the invitational meet has been pulled, cancelled. So, with that said, we did a deep sea diving. Okay. And we need to ask some questions. And the questions is simply this. Igwe. We're not saying or advocating that the present government should throw around money, but it speaks to the leadership and influence of this government. Because when you hear one of the primary reasons, Igwe, for not having that event is lack of sponsorship by the private sector. But if we boasting and saying how much money is being made by the CBI, and at the same time the private sector saying the things hard like the bread the devil need, you have to believe something ain't right, Igwe. And that is why I say it speaks to leadership and influence. Because the government is not able, is the inability to rally the private sector or have a public-private sector collaboration, and the government of the day is not able so to do. So that speaks volumes, Igwe. Why? I say so. So after all the song and dance of last February with the $22 million, Igwe, the question is, how much monies did this government promise the organizers of the Grenada Invitational. Some say 300,000, some say 375,000. But how much? Because that speaks to leadership and influence. So that means the government failed, or it was not able to come to have a private sector public partnership. Or is it a matter of fact that some Olympians, past Olympians, and before I go into that I must say, many persons throughout the globe got to know about Grenada through persons like Alan Francis and Kirani and the javelin guy, what is his name? Help me, and the Lyndon Victor guy. So athletics has placed Grenada on the global stage. So when something like the invitational meet had to be pulled, it does not augur well. Or is it a fact that after 50 years of Grenada being in the Olympics, I think 50 years.
50.
Yeah. That has to happen on the 50th year.
Milestone.
Or is it a fact that the past Olympians who are out of state and the government believed or perceived that they are not supportive or they are not yellow chest, they did not want to pay the passage for them to come here to be part of the invitational meet? I don't know, because these questions keep floating around. So, how much tickets did the government promise to purchase? Because we hearing all kind of thing. We hearing about the government inability or the promise to provide the tickets. So we want to know, but in recent hours, I understand they start to play politics now. They're planning to pay for the passage now. All the time they didn't want to pay for it. But if all they want to pay for it now, they are good things. So kudos to you guys. The second thing, how much money was promised Igwe to the organizing committee of the event? And why was not this promise kept? So now when all that happened, they're planning to have a recognition of those Olympians separate after the damage is done. It's like you have a horse in a stable, Igwe, and then the horse leg go on and you go and close the stable. The horse bolt tired, the perception in many instances is greater than reality. So the government is not performing with distinction, Igwe. And as such, we the people of Grenada, when the decision time comes, we have to know. So we say leadership matter. Because under this present administration, the country is taking a beating. Other topical issues, Igwe, which we need to get into. And for those of us who, and I must say, Daisy Hazard, where you was, well, finally, Daisy woke up, Igwe. You remember somebody called and talk about her here? The last time you said Daisy got eat? You remember that? Boy, yesterday morning, an acquaintance of mine wake me from my bed and tell me, hey, you don't listen to a particular radio station? I say, nah, I don't really listen. So they say, I go send you something. And there was Daisy Hazard
firing,
putting Judas Jude on blast and on notice. And the takedown was so smooth, ego. She didn't rant and rave, she didn't use bad word, she didn't stutter. And I say to myself, these things have implications, so let me do a little deep sea diving. And what I found, ego, simply this. The intention of this government. Let me take the call.
Good morning.
Yes, my brothers. Good morning.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Where were Daisy Hazard? But it's better late than never.
Yeah.
It's the first time I noticed a trade union leader going after another trade union leader member. It is a fact that way back in the 70s, the unions never too liked the Grenada Maritime Mental Workers Union. And they joined up to fight independence in the Committee of 22. But it's the first time I see that in Grenada, that the unions, particularly the unions that consider themselves in the higher bracket, was going after another sister union member. I thought the best thing for the Public Workers Union to do when the first attack came was to handle the matter in-house, was to go to the Trade Union Council. I thought that the president of the TUC should immediately nudge the teachers' union that what you're doing is an abomination. You cannot do that. Bearing in mind that all of them seems a little immature and over-exuberant politically. But this thing went on and went on. They asked for the head of Public Workers Union members. And then he came up and thought that it was sabotaging government. If you remember, during the NDC period when they had difficulties in paying on time, some members say that people from finance was sabotaging the government. Then my brother Lennox Andrew went back on the political campaign and
Mr. Peluspo.
Hey, senior. Call back.
Go call back.
Yeah, I think he called back.
got cut off. I cut off
Yes.
myself. And I'm shot. Lennox Andrew went back and said it's sabotaging the government. You know, government always have problems meeting the monthly commitment to workers. But you don't mess around with the so-called established staff. But normally you have problems with the fortnightly workers. They may pay them late. And this group of people are accustomed getting paid late. The so-called supernumeraries and temporary prominence and people who have to get the bills for doing work for government. It's nothing new. It's nothing new if government workers pay late. Government always try not to pay the monthly workers late. Because these are the workers that could strike. But if you go back in the 70s, we used to get paid the last Friday in the month. And when workers strike against Gary say you getting paid the last of the month. And Christmas time, workers was like fish out of water. Because that was not the last of the month. So when individuals now go in and accuse workers for sabotage, and they will be pointing fingers at those workers who they believe are NNP, or whose brothers and sisters making noise. Sometimes those workers are strong NDC supporters, but as public officers, they walk the straight and narrow. So it took long for the Public Workers Union to raise their head. And I'm disappointed in the executive of the teachers. Some of the old trade union leaders must sitting down now in shock and awe. Thank you.
All right, Mr. P.
Thank you, Senior. Well put.
Well put.
Now, in the first time in the history, I know, speaking for me, Igwe, that a union leader from one trade union is attacking
the other one?
Workers from another union.
Yeah.
Because when Jude talk about sabotage,
What we call that, history?
well, I don't know, because a union leader supposed to defend all workers, but you're attacking workers from the Ministry of Education. I never see things so yet.
Yeah, history, man.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Igwe and Master Carl.
You must take your phone call on them, eh?
I did, but...
All right, let me go, Goose. Make your point.
Yes, listening to,
You low.
right?
You low.
Hello?
Yeah, all right, you're good now.
You're good now.
Sister Daisy yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
She made a statement that I'm concerned.
You go down low again?
Why you going down low so?
Well, I'm standing in one position.
I don't know.
Well, don't move the phone, I guess.
You hear me good now?
A bit low, but make your point.
Yes. She said that something was promised to Jude. Right? To Judas Jude. Now I'm wondering, what is that promise?
Gracious offer.
That was made to the president. Right? So
The promise was, yeah.
Yeah, those who have that information, we really love to know. Right? What Mr. Jude was promised. Right? And it's about time for him to get it. Have a good morning.
Brother Devon, well, let me tell you this. Mr. Jude seems not to have all his marbles. It seems so. Now he knows what the campaign strategy of the National Democratic Congress would be in the next election is to say that NNP operatives sabotage the government. That is why they did not perform. So they would come back to the people and tell them we won't do as worse as we did. Give us another chance. So the campaign has started. But the messenger Jude is not savvy enough to articulate. So he says, 5 months now, snotty nose, no getting paid. But the government is doing good and people trying to make the government look bad. That is a campaign strategy. So Jude is part of trying to, is a feeler. They said, that as a feeler to see how people go react. But, as my senior said, better late than never. Brian Grimes, morning. You owe me a telephone conversation, Brian. Because we have to talk a lot of things. And I'm saying that for people to hear, for them to know me and you good. So, Igwe, so Jude is the one used to send out a feeler. So you don't care. And as Devon say, maybe, I don't know what was promised, or maybe the promise was made for him to go out. Because he alone, they could get or go make it himself look stupid so. So he comes out now and tests the strategy to say persons sabotage the government. And then you have a next one, I call a next radio station and say, I could say it for your sabotage. And those people who say in this thing, Igwe, they say they are the bright people in this country. But you talk a set of kaka cocoa, real kaka pool. So, I'm glad it was Sister Daisy who put Jude on blast and expose. Right now, when you tie donkey on the roadside and a vehicle coming, donkey shoving his head in the bush, but he leaving it behind outside. Like that, like how Jude did. All he behind exposed. And that shows the level in which the government and its supporters will go to smudge people who they believe is greenback. Because all this sabotage talk they talking about it is greenback. And we hear that from the Congress already in 2008 about sabotage. So their award they like to use when things not going as planned, when the promises made cannot be fulfilled. Igwe. So it's a strategic move made by Jude. But Jude, they find you one thing by. You know, like you're playing cricket and you have 4 slips and 2 goalie and the ball doing a bit. Yeah, one nip the edge with Jude there by. So it comes back down again to leadership. Leadership, which is not exhibited by this government. Because everything, some excuse is being made. So, and Jude tried to set up the nation, you know. Yeah, let me take it.
Good morning.
Good morning, Igwe. Good morning, Master Carl.
Morning.
And how you doing?
I'm good.
Okay, and Daisy also said, come with me point and I forget what I said. Oh God, Daisy also said that, I forget the point. I got to call back. I forget the point I'm coming.
All right.
When you get it, just call us back.
She forget.
Yeah, Igwe. So, it's a plan again to deceive. So, blame people. And I want you to play that clip there where we have with Dr. Michelin.
Yeah, fit?
Yeah.
I think.
Well, let me take it.
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning to Mr. Carl Caton. Good morning, and good morning to Zivwe. Morning to Mr. Andre Donald, and good morning to Grenadians, home and abroad. Good morning. Miss Yolan Bain Horsford. Special good morning to you and Mom and your sister Val. Also to Peter David, Mr. Dr. Kit Mitchell. Good morning. Good morning to all my friends, Patricia and Matthew, Mr. Watts in America, and my cousins in America, the Chase family, Darlington and Sheila. Good morning, I miss you all guys. Andre Sullivan, everybody. I'm alive, well and alive in Grenada this morning. All is not well in the country, but I'm alive this morning. Mr. Carl?
Hey.
Well, I say good morning. I want to thank this radio station because I had a little problem with some stuff I couldn't get out of my hand. I called Mr. Donald and I said, Mr. Andre, could you give me a little free advertisement? Andre, thank you for the free advertisement because a lot of people came by, some watch, and you have some purchase, so I could get me a little commission from the people that has helped, you know. And I want the people to know that little business you see I have there, I started by Tambran Bole. Tambran I used to buy. So when somebody takes something from me, please, I give you with a good heart, come and pay me. Come and give me little money when you take something from me. Because I started that little business, I didn't go in bank. I didn't have that kind of thing to go in the bank and get a loan. I started making tambran ball and sugar cake and CMOS and Marby in bottle and walk around. And that is all I own what I have there. So I'm appealing to some of the people, and I know they're listening. Some of you have this bad mind. Come and give me little money because it's crucial in Grenada right now. Hard times, rough times. It's not easy. Mr. Carl, when you go down and you sit down all day and you see nothing in your little cup. People need things but they don't have the money. A lot of young people frustrated. I ain't not blaming nobody. They frustrated. They don't have no work. Yesterday I see they go with a friend of mine that was helping sell, you know. Somebody called me and they said, look, when I go buy a little business place. About 10 police, some big gun, I don't know. I say, well, you have a wine grenade with one man. They need liquor too. It is so sad. Anytime my phone ring, I pray. I pray somebody call me and tell me they kill me son. Because I have children, I have grandchildren. You know, it is sad. It is sad what's going on in this country. And a lot of people, when you speak, they say you don't like the government and the Grenada are doing good. When I said Sunday, all the people Grenadians that live in abroad, that saying things is good in Grenada, give up all your green card. I mean, some of y'all, give it up and come in Grenada and speak for yourself. Give it up. Give up what you have of them. Come and sit for yourself. Come and open a business and see if you will make the money you have in your mind you will make in this country. Everybody bothering. And we have a prime minister. We don't know where he is. I hear Shari yesterday morning, Mr. Duncan say Mr. Andy Williams will be acting as prime minister. All these years I live in Grenada, well, I never see. Every 2 weeks, every day, that man gone, please God, have mercy on us. I can't even be what like you are speaking my language. We're suffering. And when you pour, you're exposed. You are too afraid to even take something from somebody you're going to match. Because they put in your name on social media. Other people cursing you. They're cursing you, saying all kind of things. Have a good day, Grenada. And all who have me little money for me, you come and pay me. Because they will use that against me to get rid of me. And that is the only little income I have. Come and give me little money. Tell me something. Don't come and lie to me. Bring me money for me because I'm a kind of woman. Yeah. So that's why I call in the way. I'm a kind of woman when I get mad. I don't say what I have a right to say. I just get sick because I don't like that. I struggle all my years pushing a cat, making tambour, making fudge. And that's how I achieve what little things I have. Have a blessed day, Grenada. And thank you very much, my Sakar, for allowing me to say what I have to say this morning. So, because I know they're here. If they don't hear, the friend go call them. Somebody go call them and say, look, I hear Miss Camille this morning. Mm-hmm. Have a good day.
All right, bless.
We take a break, you go?
Yeah, we'll take a break and come back.
What are you doing? 91.5 Real FM got you covered.
Tourism is me. Tourism is you. Tourism is everybody. And tourism connects us all.
Did you know that tourism generates revenue and foreign exchange earnings?
Did you know it stimulates infrastructural development and facilitates cultural exchange among people?
You must know tourism is linked to all industries,
from agriculture to construction.
So support the industry today and be welcoming to all our visitors.
Tourism is my business. Tourism is your business. Tourism is our business. Listen, one and all. Tourism connects us all.
A message from the Ministry of Tourism
and the Grenada Tourism Authority.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Save water. Save water. Save water. Save water. Save water. Save water. For me and you. Save water. For the future too. Save water. Every drop you can. Save water. For the Caribbean. Save water. Save water. How do we save water? Invest in making things better. Make things better. Make dams, reservoirs and pipelines stronger. New policies and plans to take action. Educate the entire nation. Water is a finite resource that needs urgent recourse. Save water. Save water.
For me and you.
Save water.
For the future too.
Save water.
Every drop you can.
Save water.
For the Caribbean.
Save water. Save water.
The whole Caribbean in the same climate.
Same problems and same challenges.
Together we'll find the solutions.
Together we'll take action.
A water secure Caribbean
is a crucial mission.
We need some urgent action.
Leaders of our nation. Save water. Save water. Save water. For me and you. Save water. For the future too. Save water. Every drop you can. Save water. For the Caribbean. Save water. Save water. Save water. Save.
Don't let your water bill get too high.
Save water. Save the water that falling from the sky. Save water. Full up your blueberries. Save water. Full up all your berries. Save water. Full up your blueberries. Save water. Full up all your berries. Save water.
Step inside. Immerse yourself in colors that come alive.
Color by Sissy.
Let your imagination run wild. Surround yourself in a world of color.
Color by Sissy.
Endless inspiration. Bold expression. Bold expression.
Color by Sissy. Sissons. Express your style with Color by Sissons.
The first word when you speak about furniture is classic. Yes, at Classic Furniture, they design and make the best in local furniture. All their products are made from the finest local wood available on island. You think it, they design it and make it to your expectations. The highest standards at the best possible price, and they also provide higher purchase for you, their valued customers. Located on Ben Jones Street in Grenville, with their factory at Chantemelle in St. Patrick. That's where you need to visit when looking for products made of the finest local wood. They deliver and install items at no extra cost. Your satisfaction is their mission. The extra step is taken to ensure their customers are completely satisfied. They do doors and finished kitchen, supplies mattresses, and restores antique pieces to look like the first day they were made. Hey, give us a call on 442-4645 and 442-9726. Classic Furniture, Grenada's homegrown furniture producers.
It is said, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself. A taste which stands out from the rest. Bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality.
From the north, covering south, east, and west. This is Real FM.
Tell me candid, they too wicked, far too crooked. That is the frequent comment I hear. Too one-sided, underhanded, can't be trusted. This is the opinion, ear to ear. For their own abuses, they keep making excuses. Housing crack up over, they unleash their lawyer. Set up an inquiry just to get Kid Rowley. But they wouldn't sue the false paper screw. I don't need to close to tell them go. Hurry, pack up your bundle now. Stop fooling the people. The country taking a beating. So maybe I repeating. Go. They're like a natural disaster. 10 times worse than Ebola. Like a dog with fleas and tongue on their knees. And I'm begging. Streams turn into rivers, then into seas. Is why I sing it. This is my humble petition.
Igwe. DC.
I'm a call.
Let me take it.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Igwe.
Morning.
Hey, what going on?
Morning. Yeah, I'm going to give my Master Carl. Master Carl and Igwe, you know, after the government made so many promises in the election campaign, and all the promises they made failed. And they're trying to put the blame on the public workers. I want to ask them a question. Who are the policymakers? The policymaker is the public workers that are working in the different ministry. The policymaker is the cabinet, the government. So then, nobody trying to say that the workers trying to sabotage the government. The government failed to deliver on the promises. So nobody sabotaging the government. The government them doing the shit. They can lead, they can govern. So they're trying to pass the buck onto somebody else. Well, according as I must say, people know what is real council, people know the truth, and the failures of this government in fulfilling the promise have nothing to do with the workers that work in the public service. It is the government, it is the failure. To all what Joe try to do to blame the workers, the people of the Grenadian curriculum people say, no, definitely, it's the government as the failure, and them they will bring their own downfall. When come among get a job, you don't see party, you see country, and he will do everything that is right to help better the living, to help better the situation in the country. Right? Because when the election call and whosoever win, yes, there might be some workers that might do support by that win and play a game. Right? But then the majority of the workers, they put country first, they put party. So this big failure and the one who sabotage it is the government themselves. Because of the promises that they made and they don't fulfill it or they don't know. And according to Mr. Francis Perry, it takes long, but see, it better late than never to come out and rebuke these guys that are playing up. He's the leader of the Grenadian Union Teachers, but I see him as a politician. I think he may be fighting now to take over a Lackwell job. Because I know that's a problem.
He's a want-to-be politician. He's not no politician.
He want to be a politician?
Yeah.
If he want to be a politician, leave the public service, and go and be a politician. But don't stay within say representing the teachers, and then criticizing the workers that work in public service, because they first time ever see a union that hate some workers, a union leader hate some workers that working to make things right and try to make sure everything is on mark. But when the government fail to do what they say they're going to do, it try to pass the buck onto others. So Master talk about this man.
Yes. So Igwe, let me break down the whole Jude thing now. Your next one, let me take it.
Morning, Clive.
Well, God, why you shouldn't do it?
Get you.
God, you hit me, but you hit me. According to the thought, that pig get hit, but
it's squeaky.
Yeah, but that pig get hit. First thing I want to find out the activity what they in River Sally. It is people from all over.
Everybody could come.
Anybody could come.
Anybody could come.
The thing is,
we welcome.
But you see, the thing is, the transportation I don't have. I got people to go up there, but to come back down, the transportation to come back down at my home, it might be.
Well, if you really want to attend the event, call me after the program and we could arrange.
All right. By yesterday, and normally I hardly listen play your cards, I hardly listen play your cards. But yesterday, the Spirit just told me by put me device and play your cards and we FM, and I hear some and I hear bombs at all let out. But I say me, I running in me bomb shelter and I put me iron dome up to defend me. I see as I put me iron dome up. By some, and she was well articulate, but the only thing is she should have come out early enough to kind of deal with that. Although she's saying this thing is not about fighting back and forth, but she should have taken it, not she, but the executive of the public workers should take it to the TUC, the Trade Union Council, to discipline this young man, because you could see what he's doing, and time again, that man is only fencing and attacking workers, fencing, shielding the administration and attacking those workers. You don't do that. First time in history, first time in my history, I have ever seen this thing happen. Yeah, first time in my history, and I've been home and I've been on the ground a lot of years now. So, I mean, I never see this thing happen before. I know union workers is to stand up in solidarity with other union workers, showing the full strength. If that union fail, one union is kind of weak, you see they join another union join in. Sometimes 2, 3, 4 union come in and join in to strengthen that union, to show solidarity with that union, to show the force, that we are a force to be reckoned with. No, you see a union leader coming out threatening, telling government, oh, you have too much NNP inside the Ministry of Education, it's time to make them go, and all this kind of thing this man has to be saying. That is not right. That is not right. And I'm glad that she come out and she set the matter straight, right? And she need to do a lot more of that. Come out, defend these workers who you representing. Yeah? And when I heard that the invitational was put off, I say, them hotel man that eat our food, the taxi man that eat our food, even the vendors would eat our food, a little baba man, a little saloon, they would eat our food, for the local economy, and that would have come back to the government. You understand, to raise more revenues and them and then push back that. But I want to believe, guys, there is something in the matter besides the person. Yes, there is something in the matter besides the person. There's a lot of politics playing there. There is a lot of politics playing there. But it is what it is. People who book flight book that, rental, so that you that eat our food as well. People maybe call rental apartment, they rental people and them already, and look, they have to put off the plane ticket, all this kind of thing that have to cancel and all that.
You don't must cancel it, go and enjoy Grenada. Grenada is a nice place.
Yeah, come on and free up.
Yeah, that could be a good vibes. That could be a good vibes.
You could just be more relaxing.
Come on, you will get. Yeah, but you will get discouraged. You go pull back your team because you come in here for that purpose, and when you get disappointment, why do you sense you come?
That might be so, but Grenada is always an event. Anytime I come to Grenada, it's always an event. Well, yeah, crave maybe Saturday,
You're going to,
crave is Saturday, with boys here and them. So you have things to do. So come.
So they could come down.
Yes.
Come on, come out, man.
I'll get in another call and move telephone.
All right, take care.
As Carl, I go say, I'm going to call
you. Yeah. So we go arrange something. Call me. You want next one?
Yeah.
Let's take it.
Good morning.
Good morning. I give us me substantial points now.
Yes, that is it.
You remember, Daisy said that only when a certain administration if there is only when you have sabotage. Only the sabotage only for one to the administration. When another administration in, therefore they have no other. There is plenty of sabotage taking place, right? I remember a couple months back, the same Jude Bartholomew was saying and was advocating for all workers, saying, he was so happy that somebody workers got to raise their pay, and the teachers, he talk about the nurses, he talk about those cleaners in the school, the cooks, and all this thing on them. And yes, for all, on Friday, when Brother Jude come and condemn the workers inside the Ministry of Education, saying about sabotaging the workers, the teachers, and the principal who was supposed to get the raise of pay, and it's taking so long to give them the raise of pay. I talk about sabotage. You say how the Prime Minister and the Minister of Education does not know that this thing is happening, and they need to look into the matter. Do you really believe that the Minister of Education does not know when in the May Day celebration you have teachers with placards begging to rescue us from David? Rescue us from David. Who they calling to rescue them from David? Who is they calling to rescue them from David? Is it the former administration? Or is it the present administration? They know what is going on inside there. They are the one that is in charge of what is going on inside there. You feel they don't know. If Prime Minister only stay here in Grenada for 1 week, he never spend a whole week in Grenada yet, he will see what happening in his ministry and around him. He will know who is sabotaging who and who is sabotaging who. It's time for the Prime Minister to sit down in Grenada. In not everywhere you have a meeting that he has to be there. Not every time they say you have a meeting here, you have a meeting here. There is people in place that have to go. Like the resilient that the Minister of St. John's. She gone. They have a whole line of them that went, entourage of people that went into in Antigua in this climate resilience thing. It's time for us to start talking and taking advocation for this Minister of National Security to sit down in Grenada and do what is right for Grenada. Have a blessed day, gentlemen.
Yes, Igwe. Igwe, so what we see from Jude? You know, take it.
The line out. Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, morning.
Wago.
Are they?
Yeah.
This thing about sabotaging and blaming on the workers inside the ministry, that's a lie. At the end of the day, no, whatever starts from the head, it go down to the tail. So you just playing the fool. What again? Now listen what go on, and at the end of the day, if they don't get right away from the head, and his members to do what they have to do. If the Prime Minister is the head, and he had to do what he had to do. So the union cannot call in and workers and say that sabotaging is the Prime Minister will sabotaging the people. And he say vote for a change. So if you vote for a change, you have to take what you get now because you can't vote for a change, and that's what you're getting. So you can in the ministry. You have to blame the head from the head come right up. All right.
Igwe. Hold on, wait. One more. Good morning.
Good morning, Igwe.
Morning.
Morning, Master Carl.
Morning.
Morning, how you do?
Good?
Master Carl,
Yeah, tell me.
as it relates to that union leader, I don't know if he just touched down, but I think I've been around long enough, and somebody should let him know that what he doing there, he won't get far with it. There are others before him who did more than that. And where are they today? Somebody should speak some sense into his head. What he's doing there, he should stop it and stop it once and for all. He wouldn't get far with it. He would not get far with it. He should stop that divide he's creating among unions in Grenada. He should stop it. I heard the Miss Hazard say something, and I would just want to say, if he have to get his gracious offer, let him wait for it. Let him take his time and wait for it. If he was promised anything, let him take his time and wait for it. But to go along that path to get what was offered to him, it wouldn't work. You better stop it, and stop it right now. Thank you, Master Carl.
All right.
Igwe.
Yes, Igwe.
What Jude said is the mindset of this government. And I've been painstakingly explaining functional review. The first question Jude should answer, the persons who he refers to that has not received salary for such time, how long was them a part of the teaching fraternity? Does Public Service Commission know about those persons? Are those persons political persons planted in the teaching fraternity? Are these people work for the boys and girls? And after Jude answered those questions and them, we could understand. But the word sabotage is a prelude to mischief after the functional review. Because what they're going to say is, these persons with sabotage in the government, so those who are not regularized, Igwe, will not be regularized on the premise of that. How long, Jude, was these people in the system? So when I said to people, I am scared of functional review and the implication or what is it will be used to, it will be used to legitimize the government attack or continual attack on workers whom they deem, because they say all of the people claiming sabotage, so the claiming is persons who are perceived to be NNP that is causing that. So they laying out the groundwork, they building the foundation to attack persons who they believe is greenback in the public service. And we must be careful and we must keep our eyes open, because people like the disciple Jude has started, so they start sending out the narrative Igwe. Because that they intend to continue to do poor people children. And that in itself is not good. So Jude is simply saying what the masters discuss with him. But he's not skilled enough to sell it. So he come and sell it mumbo jumbo. He started by saying snotty nose, don't getting pay. The government trying, and his people were thinking, and then he have the other disciples saying, I will help you sabotage. So he realized it's a concerted effort by not only Jude, but the other Jude too, and the others. So Jude orders.
What?
It's an attack on the public service. And I don't know. Some people believe they are the blessings of the Public Service Commission. I don't know. That's what some people believe. So when Daisy spoke, it tells me that maybe Jude is an easier one to carry the message. And yes, I asked the question, Daisy, where you was the workers was going through blood, sweat, and tears. I want to know who the hell Daisy was. But Daisy has since come to the party, and Daisy come swinging. Igwe. So Jude's intention is to try to create a divide with the union. And we know what they say, divide and rule, divide and conquer. So that's what is going on presently in the union. So persons have to understand what is going on, and persons who love Grenada. And the heroes and patriots of Grenada ought to be awake when things like that is going on, because the campaign already started. So some persons will be regularized who they believe is yellow chest. They go say greenback giving trouble, so they won't regularize them. And in some cases, they will ask certain questions as to what is the optimal number to run the public service. So it's no mistake, you know, Igwe. It is possible that they go use the functional review to support what Jude's saying, that the public service is bloat and some people trying to sabotage. You let me take the call.
Morning.
Morning, gentlemen.
Hey,
How you guys
Wago.
doing? Jude not only talked about sabotage within the public service, and that the teachers, or at least some workers, he said, have not been paid for 5 months.
It's not in the news.
Workers and the people of Grenada. Now, to remind the workers and the people of Grenada that pension has not been paid since Big Talk has come out about pension gratuity. That a lot of people, especially supporters of the party, of the NDC government, I should say, have been touting about that Grenadians are getting pension, not recognizing or understanding that the pension gratuity thing was only a game.
Yeah, they only get it retroactive.
Which the former Prime Minister and the former administration had said continuously that we need a committee to look into this thing. Otherwise, it would bring down the country if it is not properly dealt with. It was condemned and saying, well, why don't just pay the pension? Just pay the pension. The pension, and so when you come with the gratuity issue, people think that the pension is being paid or has been paid. But the same committee that was proposed by the former government has been set up to look into the pension issue. Up to now, they cannot come to a conclusion because of the difficulty of this present administration in collecting revenue or in raising money so that this country could be run.
Also, the CBI money.
The problem is, and it is reflected, but it is also reflected. CBI money has to be put into a escrow, isn't it? And that's the basic way of operating with this thing, so that you can just touch CBI money and do what you want with it. Careful with that. But you have the situation where, because of the economic problem that we have, and I've been pointing out all the time, here you have now the invitational is being postponed, and not just that the invitational is postponed. People need to understand that the committee or the franchise that has been running this thing has dismantled it. They dismantled it. It's not just a case where they put off they dismantle the community, so the community no longer exists, or the franchise. Right? This no longer exists. That's what happened there, because they just cannot. And if you listen to the press conference, to the press release that they put out, or the board of directors put out, it was over and over and over. The economic situation in Grenada does not permit them to continue. Because I've been pointing out, and you all know what is going on in the country. You all have been talking about it too. Business is down a whole lot in this country. Business people are crying out. Money is scarce. Serious situation. And it's reflected in that very invitational being out of the question nowadays, or from now on. And that was one of the biggest thing that Grenada had to look forward to for promotion of the country. Now you have that is dismantled. We lose, or we don't get, sorry, I shouldn't say we lose. We didn't get a chance to even have a World Cup in the Caribbean.
Cricket?
When I say a World Cup,
A game.
I should say for Grenada, because it is held in the Caribbean. And I'm sure to say it, I believe it, that if Dr. Mitchell was there, along with his team, that committee, that franchise that just break up there, would have been still existing. Even if he has to borrow money from the World Bank, like I said yesterday, to make sure that committee keeps on. Even if he has to, well, okay, let's go to that. 21 million, if it was Dr. Kate Mitchell that had put $21 million, or even let's say $20 million.
22 million, give it right, 22.5 million.
Well, okay, even if it was Dr. Mitchell that had put $22.5 million for the celebration of the independence, he would have taken out $1 or $2 million from it and hand it to that franchise to make sure that invitational continue. I have no question about that. I expected it to happen under a man like Dr. Kit Mitchell. But looking further, when Miss Daisy come out yesterday, I hear you say, Carl, that she was not blazing and ranting and raving. She was as articulate as can be.
There was a smooth takedown
in the process. Man, I mean that lady was as smooth as ice yesterday. And it's a lady I've been listening to for quite a while, Carl. And a lady I love to listen to. When that lady speaks, she speaks very well. She could articulate. I would have that woman as a spokesman for my organization every day.
She's the PRO for the union.
Well, that's the spokesman.
Yes.
That's the spokesperson for the group. The public spokesperson.
Brian Grimes.
I always say that if I have that lady as a spokesperson for our organization, that organization bound to run well. Yeah. Because she's very analytical. She's very good at analyzing and putting things in perspective. I listen to her all the time doing interview.
Is she professional?
On other radio stations, and she's very good. I don't know her personally or face to face. I know Grimes and them kind of guys and them a little bit better. But when that lady speaks, I listen to her. And it is clearly indicating that Grenada is in trouble in a lot of ways. And like I'm saying this morning, and she always saying that, why not them who criticizing the critical people nowadays from Grenada, those who criticizing from America and saying that the government is doing well, give up your green can and come and in Grenada, and you will see what's going on. Grenada is not nice nowadays. Grenada have lost a lot of his mojo. People are not smiling. I hear what you call him, the former Prime Minister, Tillman Thomas, saying that Grenadans are happy. You're hearing people like Jude Bernard saying things are fine in this country. I don't know which Grenada they're living in. I don't know which Grenada they're living in. It can't be the same one I'm living in. And the same one, a lot of people who criticize, is critical of the situation nowadays, are living in. It is a big difference when you're actually in the kitchen. Who feels the heat? Watch me. At the same time, there are endless people in this country who have been getting big contracts, big government contracts. They don't have to worry.
They get 500,000 for decoration.
for all this kind of thing. You know. There are people who are making big money as a result of these stupid policies that this government have been creating for a little while. And it takes only 2 years for people to see it. I mean, you don't say, well, they are there for 5 years, so we had enough of you. It's enough of you up to this point right now. This government is not doing well. This country is in a serious situation, economically, socially. At the same time, let me congratulate the police for solving all of the crimes so far as it's sung, because it's one thing to say that you got the perpetrator, and when they go to the court, the person get away. That's another thing. But so far, the police has been doing what looks like a very good job, and let me congratulate them. But the fear and apprehension that people have over the crime situation in this country, it is justified. And if they don't want to tie it into the particular economic situation, too bad they're not seeing it. Because, like I pointed the other day to you all, even in America, they recognize the correlation between crime and the administration policies and programs in a country. They compare it between when Trump was there to when Mr. Biden is there now. And the conclusion was, when Trump was there, crime was on the rise. Crime is on the rise. The social fabric of this country has broken down, and a lot of confusion is on the rise in Grenada. The apprehension, the anxiety level, it is on the rise. People are not comfortable and happy and relaxed in this country as they used to be. You go by shops and bars and so on nowadays, even when it's holiday time, people sit down there dry mouth. There's no happiness, there's no joy. So that's the real situation in this country right now.
So conversation is on a dry throat.
I cannot enjoy themselves. You know, fellas used to have a time, as you might say it. Right? You don't see people doing that nowadays. Long weekends, end of month. The place is dead as can be. So who want to sit down there and fool themselves and think Grenada is in a nice state? These are those who are in, because apparently one of the Jews nowadays that he tries to enjoy. You know. I haven't seen him to talk personally yet. But he seems like he's busy nowadays with all the activities where he's making. So this guy, when he come out like a few days ago and say sabotage, he's just trying to sing for his supper. Pure and simple. Take care, gentlemen.
All right. Igwe! So, let me take it. Like they blazing this morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
All gentlemen.
Hey!
Yes. I think that gentleman made some valuable points there. I want to support a lot of what he said. Not everything, but a lot. You know, most of the time when I speak, people are satisfied with me. But that's the matter, because I speak on my own intelligence and how I see things. I don't speak for the sake of a party or for the sake of the government. I see things and I speak on them. And I don't have to be totally right, no matter how I see them. Number one, this nutmeg situation. I understand today is the Nutmeg Association general meeting. And unofficial, with no part of official, just from Wild Talk, I'm hearing that they want to take out 50 cents on the nutmeg price.
Again?
Yes, to give back as a bonus. I can't.
They give it with interest?
Well, I'm not, as I said, I'm not in a position to say.
But they holding back your money, they supposed to give it interest?
No, in my opinion, that is penny-wise pound foolish. At this time. Yeah? In the first case, the government increased agricultural workers' pay. I have no problem. I think agricultural workers should be getting much more money. But when you're thinking of giving people increase, you have to think of, first of all, the circumstances. You have to think of the economy. You have to think of where the money coming from. If you're giving the workers more money, and you're cutting on what the farmers who have to pay the workers getting, then I can't see proper economic in that. And as only stupid as I am, only when this thing came out, I heard it first from the Minister of Labour, Miss Joseph, And I say, look, that wouldn't make much sense. And the gentleman that was heading the thing admit, and I agree, that might be an oversight or whatnot. Because you can't tell people you're giving them more money. The same source that the money had to come from is getting weaker and getting lower. The farmers is the source that the money had to come from. So if you are looking at the farmers a bonus and you are paying them less now, the farmers can be happy. What's about when the farmer to send somebody and pick up nutmeg for him in the mountain, and the person come with 10 pounds of nutmeg and you have to pay them $60? Where does the farmer start? You know, so I think.
But Clifford, another question. Based on the track record of this association, you don't sure you getting that money when the time come through?
Not me, I say you are straight.
No. If container and nutmeg and thing does leave here and nothing doesn't happen, everybody just don't know what happened. Money does be placed in all things.
I used to represent workplaces and the board. And a farmer told me, you know why? We try to put you out of a meeting once because you don't make too much noise and you say too much things that raising things. A farmer told me that last week. A standing farmer. Because the fact is, when I go to a cocoa board meeting, I don't not make board. I don't see because of the person I'm working with or the person I represent. I look for facts. When they was talking about this thing for old age pension for farmers, I said that can't work. And he's not working because you have 5 persons own one piece of land. And you say you're giving the person that has 60 years, 70 years a bonus. I am
pension.
Pension.
Mm-hmm.
5 of us is owners of the land. Who you going to give the pension? 5 of us body doesn't come the same day. So you are already in the chaotic situation. So I'm saying that the association, as far as I'm concerned, you know, the whole setup, now they come back talking again about the joining cocoa and nutmeg together. They set up a board again. When at a time NDC didn't want it, didn't want it, now they set up a board again. So I leave it that way, they will not make. In terms of the games, what I hear enough, I don't have much understanding of this game, but it's looking stupid. Real stupid. To organize a game over a year and the source of funding for it now, 1 week from the time it had to start, cannot go on again because you don't know where the source of funds coming from. Something have to be over.
Ask the government how much money did they promise that committee?
Well, coming to that, something have to be wrong because to organize something at that high magnitude, you must be guaranteed of where all the funds is coming from. And for the government to be saying today or yesterday that, okay, we don't have the funds. And I hearing now, you all say that the government will thinking of considering the stars of the game. Well, something had to be wrong. What was thinking? What was in the minds of things? Since you say, okay, yes, we go to support the game, you're supposed to know that money lock up there. So something has to be wrong. Somebody is not working in the interest of somebody. As far as I'm concerned with these games, I don't have much information on it, but I can't see the sense. And I believe what one of you all said just now, if Mr. Mitchell, Dr. Mitchell, was in government, wherever the money would have come from, Dr. Mitchell would not allow this thing to lie die. Wherever the funds would have come from, Dr. Mitchell would have invented a way to get these funds and then to be able to put it back wherever he take it out. He would have never allowed this thing to reach this way. I think Mr. Dickon is shaking now and not feeling satisfied to know that is going to be a bad name for him. Why
you think he care?
I don't know. Huh?
You really think that man care?
Yes. I honestly think that he's shaking. Because Mr. Dickon, with spite of what's happening, doesn't want bad name for the country. He
don't want bad.
No, he might do things that is not right and not satisfactory to me and to all of us. I ain't doubting that. I'm set with that. But I'm saying he doesn't want it to go along that way. He wants to be on top. And I guarantee that he wants to be on top. He might do things
You have a old...
Because there are a lot of things they're doing which I am not satisfied with. But I don't believe Mr. Deacon want to see the country go down.
Clifford, you have an old saying, the devil himself knows not the mind of man.
I agree. I might be the devil in that respect. Well, let me be the devil, but I'm saying, as far as I am concerned, Mr. Deacon doesn't want to come out from that throne that he's sitting on now. He doesn't want to come out. But things are not favorable.
They say
I mean what I'm saying.
Somebody say the CBI money banking in Dubai. You have any information on that?
No, I don't even know where Dubai is. And I don't have nobody in Dubai, so I can't call them. The last one is the union. I listened to first of all, I listened to Mr. Jude.
Mm-hmm.
And I was shocked when I heard what Mr. Jude was saying. I wanted to say, that man looked like something wrong. He speaking in tongues, he speaking on both sides of his mouth one time too.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was praising the government, saying the government is doing well, saying all the good things about the government. But then he come back and say, if they don't change, and if they don't change by this and time school to close, something going to happen because people can get paid and this can happen and what. I say, well, who? Then he talk about the people, is the people, the workers, not the government. Well, who is responsible for the workers? Who is responsible? The permanent secretary, the head of all departments. And then you have what? You have the minister. So who the working good? Who the working good? Something was wrong there. Somebody, the union man seemed as if he went off. Because when he end the program, I come to end, I heard him say, oh, he didn't get enough time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he was the time to say more or what. But he was talking about time lost. I am saying that what Miss Daisy Hazard did, enlightened. But the thing is, we have to remember, don't sit there and take your blows. And when your skin hurting you plenty, you get up and say, oh God, I can't take more blows. You knew you was getting blows. The gentleman said in the Labor Day last year, trying to get rid of some union boss. And Miss Daisy and them knew that. They knew who the union boss he was talking about. He come back this year again and say things is going well, but if we don't straighten up on certain things, they know who he's talking about. So the union have separated themselves, some of the union separated themselves from each other already. So they all of them playing hypocrite on us now. They know what they were doing. They know what they was doing.
All right, Clifford. Clifford had some points. If we have anyone, let's take it.
Good morning. Hello.
That person.
Hello.
You call back. There you go. So Jude setting the stage. So you will see after the you know, take it.
Hello.
Hello.
Morning, Igwe.
Morning.
Hey.
Punch. Morning, Master Carl.
What go on, youth?
Yeah, couple things quickly.
Mm.
Are we surprised with what Mr. Jude was being saying on that program Friday?
Nope.
Are we surprised?
Not me.
Are we surprised with what Miss Hazard said yesterday?
Mm.
Miss Hazard was on a trip to Boston to come back to Grenada with a certain element in that picture. That element was chastising Miss Daisy yesterday. Master Carl, how many of us in Grenada have ever had a chance to see Kirani James, Anderson Peters? All the Olympians take part on our home soil. Americans pay to see these people. People in England pay to see these people. Are you telling me you have a government in place that cannot at least come up with 500,000, 1 million, 2 million, whatever it is, to invest in your sportsmen, Olympians at that? People that have world medals and world records?
And we only do step of Olympics.
Which one of these government ministers can say they took part in sports? I took great interest in watching this invitational. I go to this thing personally, right? I don't care what the price. I will go because I like to see my stars. You know, my Grenadian local stars. Are you telling me these men cannot go out and say on Olympics, Yeah? But yet they come tell me about 50 days independence. They spend millions on drone. They spend millions on pins. Yeah? They paint the place black and white.
They paint all cocoa tree on the roadside.
Yeah? I mean, come on. This is what Grenada come to. And MasterCard, you see this what they're using sabotage, like you rightly said. Don't feel Mr. Jude and the two Judes is not knowing what they're saying.
No, he's applying.
They are dividing people. They are dividing people purposely. And I would like the president and all the unions, including the TUC, to denounce this guy. Because trust me, what these men are doing is not only in the public workers, in all sectors of Grenada. So you're working in a private company, they want to get rid of you because you support NNP. My God, so I want to know, Grenada wasn't existing before NDC came in power in 2022. Grenada wasn't existing before Deacon Mitchell. And by the way, before I go, for Mr. Bridgman and all the agriculture guys, wasn't Deacon Mitchell on the GCNA board a couple years back? Was there any improvement when Deacon was there? For all the NDCites, wasn't Deacon Mitchell fighting against Grenadians in the breweries? Wasn't Deacon Mitchell fighting against Grenadians in SGU? Wasn't Deacon Mitchell fighting against Grenadians for Grenlet? Wasn't Deacon Mitchell against Grenadians when I was born in St. Patrick's and people died in the house and he fight for the company? Well, let's have a good morning.
Blessings.
They need to ask the Prime Minister what's all the lands in St. David, the agricultural lands.
2 minutes.
2 minutes? You go the thing fly on.
I tell you, when you have informed,
we didn't really get into the meat of the thing, so we go continue Friday because we have to draw the parallel between what Jude say, what Daisy reply, the functional review, and the intention of this government to take advantage on poor people, children. Added to that, the situation of the country. Because even Andy see our man crying. So you have a lot of things to unpack Friday. So folks have a blessed day and take care.